Thank you, Warden. Jumbo, everybody. Welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. My name is George. I'll be your game driver for today's photo safari through Harambe Wildlife Reserve. How y'all doing back there? You have a good day in Animal Kingdom? Anybody been on safari before? Raise your hand if you've been on safari before. All right, got a bunch of you back here. Did you all bring plenty of food and water? The audience participation is allowed when the driver asks questions. Did you all bring plenty of food and water? No. All right, don't worry back to it. I've got you covered. I got plenty of water on board, and they teach us drivers how to cook termites many different ways. And we got an abundance of termites out there in Savannah, so as long as you don't mind termites, we're in good shape food-wise. You don't mind any termites, do you?
Chocolate covered?
No, no chocolate.
We had termites.
Looks like rice, but tastes just like chicken.
We had termites.
You're going to have some more tonight, too. If you guys are tired when you leave this park tonight, don't be upset. Be proud. You earned it. This is the largest park Disney owns. It's so large you can fit Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios inside Animal Kingdom, all three at the same time. How about it? You all ready to get started on safari? Ready! Let's go! Now the first area we had to enter here is called the Little Atori Forest. It's called that because it's a forest. And we're going to see forest animals out here, hopefully. The first one you'll see is way up in the corner out to your right-hand side. See it back there by the fence? They're black, dark brown animal with the white stripes on its legs. That's an okapi. Okapi are a real close relative to the giraffe family. Not the zebra family, just because they have those stripes. On the left-hand side over here, you'll see some reddish animals with white stripes on the sides. They're called bungos. Bungos are known as the ghosts of the forest because they're so very rarely seen. Now around this next turn on the driver's side is a watering hole where we sometimes get to see black rhinoceros getting a drink. There's one of those black rhinos. He's not getting a drink, but there he is right across. I'll stop across the water for you before you get a good picture of him. That rhinoceros can charge up to 35 miles an hour, and he has a very thick hide. Well, he has that thick hide. You might think he doesn't have many enemies, but he has one important enemy. Man. Man punches those rhinoceros for their horns and has their numbers down to under 5,000 left in the entire world. Did somebody say crocodile?
I did.
Are you kidding? They're big, but they're not big enough to take that thing down. Over here on your right-hand side, you'll see some tan animals. They're greater kudu. They're the second largest antelope in all of Africa. Their males can get to be 750 pounds. There's three of them over there. None of the three of them have horns. They're all females. Only the male kudu have horns. Alright, we're going to leave Atori Forest now and head over to... Oh, here's another black rhino over here on the hill on your left-hand side. You'll see it as we start going up this hill. There he is, coming into view. See him? Now we're going to leave Atori Forest and head over towards the Safi River. Safi River is an area where we get to see the Nile hippopotamus. Hippos are one of our larger animals here in Africa. Their males can get to be 5,000 pounds, and when a baby hippopotamus is born, they're already 85 pounds. The hippos will stay in the water most of the day to keep those massive bodies in there from overheating. And while they're in the water, they can stay under the water for 5 to 8 minutes at a time. They'll come out of water at night. Each hippopotamus will eat about 100 pounds in these grasses along the river's edge. They'll do that. They'll maintain that massive body weight of theirs that once again can reach 5,000 pounds. There's a couple of hippos in the water on your right-hand side of here, right at the edge of the water line of land. Now don't worry about it too much if you're on the left-hand side, didn't see them too, but there'll be more hippos up ahead of us on the left-hand side of the truck. And if there is, I'll even be able to stop for you guys to get pictures of them. Yeah, there you go. There's a couple of hippos in the back of that island there. Now, if they're one at island, you'll see some large white birds. They're pink-backed pelicans. They live in colonies and nest in trees.
국민이 안 보이나 봐.
Around this next turn is one of the main reasons why we ask you folks to please stay seated. We got an old rickety bridge to get across, and underneath that bridge is some of our less friendly animals. Here's a hippo out in the water, laying in the sun. Look at it over here.
부르륵 한다 물속에. 여기 있다. 엄마. 잔다.
And underneath this bridge are some Nile crocodile. Now those crocodiles down there, unlike their American cousin the alligator, can get to be 20 feet long. And those massive jaws of theirs have a clamping pressure of up to 2,000 pounds per square inch. Don't use that pressure to crush the bones of any animal they might capture. And yes, for all you skeptics back there, they're all real. This isn't Jungle Cruise. All of our animals are real.
이렇게 나네.
다 잘.
아가 봤어? 어? 아가 봤어? 어 봤네.
Now that we're leaving the South River, we're going to head over towards the savannah. Once we get into the savannah, we're going to see a totally different group of animals and a totally different ecological system. Those ways branches look like a root system reaching out into the sky for water. And those trees can survive months and months of drought by storing water in their trunk, and they'll go leafless 9 months out of the year. The savanna you see out in front of us here is all part of the Serengeti grasslands, which stretches for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It's also the superhighway for millions of migrating animals each year, and home to some of our more famous animals like the lion and the elephant. It all goes to make up the wild Africa that we're all trying to preserve. As you go around this turn, we get down the bottom of the hill. If you look out to your right-hand side, you'll see a giraffe. That's a Maasai giraffe. They're one of our smaller giraffe species here in Africa. They're to get to be about 14 to 16 feet tall. And believe it or not, giraffes only sleep for 30 minutes a day. And when a baby giraffe is born, they're already 6 feet tall. Here's some more giraffe up ahead of us on the right-hand side over there. We get over there by that one, I'll be able to stop for you guys to get a real good picture of that one. He stays where he is. She stays where she is. Now the savannah gets its look from the animals that live here. The elephants are the bulldozers. They knock down the trees and get to the tender bark at the top. The giraffes are the pruning shears. They eat the leaves on the underside of the tree so that the sun can get through and new grasses grow. The zebra and the wildebeest mow down these tall grasses, while the little nibblers like the warthogs and gazelles trim up the edges. It all goes to create a natural system where there's enough food for everybody. Laying down on the hill over here on the left-hand side, those slopes, see it there? Just to the left of that little cave there, there's some brown and black with a little bit of white thrown in markings. They're called wild African painted dogs. They live in packs of 5 to 15 adults. You get to be 2.5 feet tall, 4 feet long, and weigh up to 70 pounds. There's one laying down right out there in the dirt. See it? Straight out from the truck. Now directly in front of us here, behind these tall grasses, you'll see 4 large piles of what looks like dirt. They're actually termite mounds. They get hard as concrete, and the elephants like to use them as a scratching post until they wear them down smooth, like this one over here on your right. Then the antelope and gazelle use them as a lookout perch. And watch out for the lions or cheetahs that might be hiding in these tall grasses out here. Now if you guys get hungry later on, let me know. I'll look for a termite mound like this on the right-hand side, all smashed down. It's a lot easier for me to get termites out of one like that. We can have some termite stew, some termite gumbo, termite scampi, fried termites. Anything Bubba can do with shrimp, I can do with termites. Bet you didn't make termites like that, did you? And father 9 baby giraffes. He loves it here. If you look out there behind that baby giraffe, you'll see a gray animal. That's a white-bearded wildebeest. They make up the world's largest migrating herd. Now, if one of those wildebeests have to have a baby while they're migrating across the savannah, both the mother and the newborn baby have to be up and running with the herd in 15 minutes. Straight ahead of us on the hillside, you'll see some crowned cranes. See the gray and white and black bark birds? They've actually got a gold, looks like feathers coming off the top of their head, looks like a crown. More giraffe out here. There's one laying down. You'll never see a giraffe lay down in the wild. They're very vulnerable when they're laying down because it takes them so long to get up. Another one out there on the plateau underneath the palm tree.
¿Qué le
Vamos a ir.
acá?
Quería estar en la parte que
That's a male elephant. That's one of our older male babies. He's about 11 years old. And over here on the rock is some mandrills. There's another one way in the back there. See the baby up on top of the rocks? Yep. That little one on top of the rocks is about 4 months old. There's a little baby in the back by the bushes behind the by the rock wall. That one's only about a month old. See the baby right there with her back to us? Well, maybe we're going to get lucky and see some female elephants up ahead of us with a herd of babies. We've had 7 baby elephants born here. That was one of our older males. Four females and 3 males born here.
여기가 낫긴 하지만
브랜드 초식 사파리. 초식 사파리. 에버랜드 초식. 거기도 100분씩 줄 서야 돼.
Uh-oh. This bridge looks a lot shakier than one back there by the crocodiles. I need everybody to hold on everything real tight now. Buddy, want to cross your fingers for me? Woo! We made it. No thanks to that princess in the second row with the yellow tank top on. She didn't cross her fingers. She got a death grip on that cell phone of hers. She didn't want to take a chance on dropping that thing. All right, I think we can close some more elephants now. I can see the footprints up ahead of us and their tusk marks in the red clay. Now the elephants will eat that red clay to get the minerals out of it that they don't get from eating the green stuff all day long. Our African elephants, both the males and the females, have those ivory tusks that are so prized by the poachers. That's why we patrol this reserve and air wardens to come back on any poaching. There's one, not the best of view, I'll grant you, but there's another elephant right there. Now our African elephants, both the males and the females, have those ivory tusks that are so prized by the poachers. That's why we patrol this reserve with air wardens to come back on any poaching. There's a little bit better view over. Got a brand new baby elephant out there somewhere. She's only about 3.5 months old. She weighed 331 pounds the day she was born. And her mama had to carry her. Are you ladies ready? 22 months.
초원에서 머리.
Up ahead of us here are some greater flamingos. They're the least pink of all the flamingo breeds. They get their coloring from the brine shrimp, another sea creature that deal with keratin.
다리가 되게 짧은 거잖아. 발목이.
Now, if you look out there, you'll notice some of the flamingos are standing on one line, one leg. Does anybody know why flamingos stand on one leg?
새 어딨지?
They do it because they can. They just like to show off.